Since the last audio blog, I have completed my thesis by combining the two options. I have gotten quite a bit more research, and I was able to find two more sources, and both were from JSTOR. My new thesis that I combined goes, the underlying cause of the rape of Nanking was a result of negative portrayals of the Chinese by Japanese propaganda and harsh military training, and those were the main theories that consist of characterization of the Chinese people as morally deficient and harsh Japanese military training that led to the overly aggression of the Japanese soldiers on innocent women, men, and children of China, which was the brutal massacre that is said to be the forgotten Holocaust of the World War. And it is also said, I found on many sources, that they believe more Chinese people were killed than Jews during the Holocaust, which is astounding considering we always learn about the Holocaust and never about the rape of Nanking in school. If it wasn't for the research paper, I would have never known this much about this topic. The sources I got Nanking 1937 Memory and Healing by David Louis, Robert Sabella, and Fifi Lee. The Nanking Massacre by Honda Kasuchi. My new source, Japan at War from the Bulletin of International News from JSTOR. The Rape of Nanking by Iris Chang. And the Tokyo Judgment and Rape of Nanking from the Journal of Asian Studies by Timothy Brooke. And that was also from JSTOR. I'm still looking to try and find my two primary sources, and it is very hard to find on JSTOR with the search engine. I've gone to at least 7 pages and still haven't found it, but I still have done a lot of research, and there is a lot to talk about for the rape of Nanking and the main causes, because no one really knows, and there are a ton of theories. The many theories that exist are the Japanese overaggression of soldiers, which is, they think, one of the main ones because the Japanese were tired and they knew they could get away with anything in their overaggression. They knew that their leader would just let it slide and not stop it, and they would just have competitions of killing competitions just to injure the people, and it was really sad. And there's another theory on economic, because China was very prosperous and both were affected by Western countries in Europe to try and modernize. So Japan thought if they could stop China and slow them down, they would become one of the world's superpowers. There was another theory that is believed. It was that China had many crops that the Japanese would want because they were an island and they didn't have much. So they would go in and overtake the people and take what they could back home that they could use for their own people to help out their own country. Japan was looked at after this as one of the bullies in the world and a superpower, and even today China will not say they forgive Japan for what they did. They're still very upset, and many people believe that this should be taught in the world because it shouldn't be hidden, and Japan tries to hide it in all their textbooks because they are very afraid